Hey guys, it's Bear with the Gimme Camper. I guess you noticed a little something else. Alright, so let's just get this out of the way. I know that a lot of people aren't watching very many camping videos right now. I kind of thought that would be the opposite direction, that you'd be watching more while you couldn't get out, looking for places you want to go, that kind of stuff. I do have a lot of places in eastern Tennessee, North Georgia, if you want to check those out in the playlist on the channel. However, we're going to switch gears a little bit. I do have a few videos made up already that I'm going to be throwing out here and there. But I'm going to change the direction of the channel just a little bit for a small amount of time. In particularly about 6 weeks, because I've done something that many would consider a dumb thing to do. I'm completely ignoring the stay-at-home order. Completely. So why am I doing that? Well, this virus is a very real thing. People are dying every day. You know, I'm not trying to be like the news. I'm trying to be Debbie Downer, fear-mongering, that kind of stuff. But, you know, if you look at the numbers, especially in the harder hit areas, it's bad right now. It's so bad that they're needing help. And so I felt this calling for a long time for like disaster training, relief work, that kind of stuff. I usually volunteer with whatever organization I'm working with at the time, and I usually get passed over. You know, a lot of healthcare workers just going by real world here and not what's on the news. A lot of healthcare workers around the world right now are getting laid off, getting furloughed. I've only been working a little bit more than half of my time and had some other issues there. And so, you know, basically that mixed with feeling a higher calling that I needed to do something more has pushed me to go to New York City. So not only am I not staying home, but I'm also going to potentially the biggest hotspot in the country right now. So I'm going to be up there for I'm going to be working right now as it stands for about a month. Then I have to do a 2-week quarantine. I might stay a little bit longer if I'm needed. Depends on how things are going here. I don't know. So, you know, basically what I've decided to do for a little while is I'm going to do some vlogging about my experience, I think. Because, you know, I've never done anything like this. You know, eventually what I wanted to do was to get the camper, my daughter being a little bit older, and just travel around and do travel assignments, make a few videos for the channel here, share my experience with you guys. And, you know, it's just not working out right now with my daughter being in 6th grade. So, you know, if she gets a little bit older, I can do that. And this kind of gives me a taste of that and seeing what it would be like to work from the road. I've never done a travel assignment. You know, I am in healthcare. I've worked at the same hospital for about 13 years now. I don't have anything to compare it to. So this is going to be a bit of shell shock for me, I'm sure. And, you know, if you're the praying type, I would appreciate your prayers too. I was actually fairly okay with it because I feel that there are risks, you know, but I feel like those risks are mitigated being of my age and current health status. But like I say, there are risks there. And I was okay with it until I basically signed a consent form that said, yes, I know what I'm doing, and there's a virus there that could potentially kill me, and blah, 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 blah. Tells you about 100 different ways that you're probably doing something that a rational person may not do. So that's what we're doing. We're going up there, getting on a plane. This is Monday, April 6th. I'm getting on a plane at 11:30 in the morning, and I'm going to New York City. So It's all been happening pretty quick too. Basically filled out the rest of my papers. Been talking to a recruiter for 2 or 3 days. I was told today they had me travel ready, and they asked me when I would be available, and I told them I'm free anytime after today because I had to work at my hospital today. And then boom, they said 11:30 tomorrow, be on an airplane. And I didn't get that arrangement until about 7 or 8 in the evening. So it didn't give me a lot of time to prepare. I didn't even get my yard mowed out here. It's starting to be springtime. It's going a little crazy. One of the neighbors is helping me with that. Thanks, by the way, because I know you're watching this. But that's what we're doing. And that's why we got the thing going on up here. I've been told I look like Mr. Fester, Uncle Fester all day. But, I'm going to travel a little bit here. We're going to vlog our experience. I'm just going to kind of show you my point of view of what that experience is like, and probably won't have a lot to do with the medical aspect of it or anything like that, but more my reaction and what's going on there. So if you feel like you'd be interested in that, I would appreciate it if you followed this series of videos. Like I say, it'll probably be about 6 weeks. The last 2 weeks it might be a little bit more prevalent because I'm just going to be, I guess, quarantining for 2 full weeks. That's not really easy for somebody like me to do because I always like to stay busy. It's one reason I started making these videos for you guys, because I just like to have a schedule and be doing things and feel accomplished. And so that's my story, and please stick around. And I've never joined the military or anything like that and done any service for my country, and I feel like this is a step towards doing something like that, towards serving something that's bigger than just yourself. And if you happen to be on a travel assignment and you're in the area, thank you. And thank you, healthcare workers, for doing everything that you do. And if you're in a place where this is slow, hopefully you won't be overwhelmed whenever, the wave hits where you are. And I'm hoping that that's the case in our area, and that people are staying home when they're supposed to. I can't stress that enough, that staying home orders that everybody has, those are saving lives. And that doesn't mean that if you have that stay-at-home order that, you need everybody else to come visit you. You really need to try to avoid contact, if at all possible, with anybody. Please don't go to the store multiple times in a week. Please try to go once a week and get everything you need. The less you get out and be with other people, the less this virus thrives, and the more we win. And that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to win this war and not have a lot of people perished. Hey guys, so I'm here at the airport in Knoxville. We're getting ready to fly from Knoxville to Atlanta. So hardly anybody here. It looks like there's like 6 people going to be on my plane. Leaves in about an hour. Full of emotions right now. Not quite sure what all this journey is going to entail. Valerie's a little bit tore up when she left a while ago, so just remember her, reach out to her and see if she needs anything while I'm gone, please. But I'll catch up to you here in a little bit. We're going, like I say, from here to Atlanta, and then to in JFK in New York. So talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so we're here in Atlanta, just waiting on our layover. We got a couple hours here, so I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to show you a little bit around the airport here. First glance, it looks pretty busy, but if you look real close, it's mostly airline workers, that kind of stuff. Hey guys, so this was a busy first day. It's just my first impressions here. So, we got up this morning, we had to be doing adult stuff. We had to go run by the lawyer's office and sign a will. That's an adulty thing to do if you've never did one. And then we had to run to Knoxville, get on a plane to go to Atlanta, which was the total opposite direction that we were going. And then to get on the plane in Atlanta after waiting a couple hours to come here to New York City. So all three of those airports were about dead, especially the one up here in New York City. I mean, there wasn't anybody at JFK when I got off the plane. But the problem that I had was when I got to my hotel, something happened with my reservation. It was canceled. I had to contact 2 or 3 people that had sent me an email about the reservation, and then they subsequently fixed it. But that took a little while to get fixed. And so while I was waiting, I thought, oh, I'll order me a quick pizza. And then the pizza, I did that on Uber Eats, and it took forever to get here. So I caught the last orientation tonight. And, you know, I can tell that this thing's kind of hard to put together. I mean, you know, when you build a hospital in a couple of weeks, there's things that take time when people build hospitals, and there's not, you know, a lot of real structure there yet. I'm not saying it's a bad job. It's what I totally expected. I mean, I'm not doing anything. I'm going where they tell me to go. But they're building a hospital out of a tennis court and out of a cruise terminal and out of a few other things like warehouses. And, you know, I think that it's pretty amazing that they've got this much done in what little amount of time that there's been. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to start my assignment. And so I'll keep you guys posted on that after I start. And we'll just kind of tell you how things are going. I'm not going to get too into it, so I don't have to worry about like patient privacy, that kind of stuff. But, you know, I'm just basically letting you guys know how I am reacting to this whole disaster relief effort, and whether I find it fulfilling or not, and whether I plan on doing something like this again. My family might tell you I don't. Anyway, so just stick around. We'll get back to our camping stuff before long, but obviously I can't make camping videos right now. Like I said, I do have a couple more, so there might be some mixed in with this stuff, but I'm going to let you guys know, you know, how things are going for me up here. Okay. So I appreciate you. If you find it interesting, then, you know, give me a watch. See you guys later.